suck it. I mean, you literally told me to say it. What's going on? So what's up, everyone? This is a new segment that we're going to end up doing. We have my buddy. Oh shit! Hold on, dude. I had the YouTube page like up on my fucking other screen.
Are we restarting? Are we restarting?
No, we're not going to restart. It was
Okay.
it was up on my page, so it was echoing in my ear because I'm an
that's
asshole
wild.
and whatnot. Yeah. So this is a new segment we're going to end up starting. Ryan Brady is going to be joining. I don't know, what is it? Once a month?
I think
however often we can get Ryan Brady to come on and fucking talk some ball and whatnot. Brady was a part of the Pesky Report for the past 3 seasons, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, and you are now doing Pod on the River or Pod by the River.
I don't know what we're actually called, but
you, Hogdale, and Ed are doing the Pod.
Well, river, a pod about rivers.
A pod near the river or something. Or
sure, we go fishing.
It's a lot about like Ed's love for Hogdale, right?
It's a lot. Who doesn't love Hogdale? That's the better question.
I mean, there's a lot of Hogdale to love.
There's more. I'm learning there's a lot of Hogdale love.
You know is he still doing the Twitter stuff?
Oh yeah. It's
not Twitter, Tender. Sorry, Tender.
Oh,
I mean, everybody's doing the Twitter. It's not Twitter anymore. What are we calling it now? Are we still calling it Twitter, or is it Elon's X?
I just call it Hogdale's social emotional vehicle. That's what it is.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to get Hogdale on here someday, possibly.
Oh, he would listen. Hogdale's been a busy chap. There's a lot of ladies. I don't know if you saw the picture. Matt Barnes's wife is pregnant. I cannot confirm nor deny that a few months ago, Hogdale and Matt Barnes's wife were in the same state at the same time.
The state of Connecticut or state of Florida?
The state of ecstasy. Oh yeah!
I see what you did there.
Brown chicken. I was owned. Talk about a blown save, huh? Ayo.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh man. So what's up, dude? How you doing? It's been a minute.
It's been a while. I'm doing good. I feel like I'm here to like total role reversal, where like most of Red Sox Twitterverse here is ready just to like jump off the bridge. I am the most positive guy in the world about Red Sox. I think that you know why? Because nothing bad has happened. That's it. Nothing bad has happened.
Nothing bad has happened. I think the only two things that have happened in baseball, like big,
yeah.
Shohei obviously signed for $700 million, which that contract is absolutely absurd.
Right. So bye-bye.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the Yankees traded for Juan Soto.
Don't love that one.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Juan Soto basically, like, read the body language for Soto. He didn't show up to New York for the press conference. He did it on for video. Mm-hmm. And then he basically said they knew who to talk to when they were talking about, like, an extension. Like, he basically, like, looked at them and was like, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I remember 2004, the Yankees trade for A-Rod, and it was like, fuck, we got A-Rod, yo. We got A-Rod. Let me tell you, it's 162. It's 3 rounds of playoffs. And the last time I checked, they haven't been to a World Series since 2009, right? So,
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, how many, just a question, Brad, a little trivia for you, okay? How many World Series games has Aaron Boone managed?
When did Aaron Boone become the manager?
I believe.
I mean, I already know the answer for
I know
we're gonna go the long route. We're
gonna stretch this out. Let's say 2018. Okay.
Actually, now I'm curious.
Right, but I want to know.
Well, we know that he has not managed a single World Series game.
Okay, all right. How many postseason games has Aaron Boone been the manager when he's beaten the Boston Red Sox? There's a good, right?
How many what?
How many games has Aaron Boone been the manager of the Yankees where they were victorious in a postseason game against the Red Sox?
I'm gonna go 0.
Now there's one.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah,
Which one was
the,
that?
That was where the judge had the boom box, the New York.
That is right. That was in 2018. Okay,
Yep.
fair enough.
Yep. So I believe he's 4-1 against the Red Sox in the playoffs.
My favorite was the 2021 playoff. What was it? The wild? Was it a wild?
Oh yeah,
card? Yeah.
Oh, Eovaldi was great in that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Garrett Cole didn't have a long outing for that one either.
Yeah. Maybe. How many? What do you go? Like an inning or two?
I believe he pitched into the second inning, which, in fairness, even numbered innings are not really his friend, nor are odd. So, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
2021, right?
Yeah, check that out. I'm curious. I don't even think he made it out of the second inning. I want to say 4 runs in inning in 2/3.
I love this. It's Garrett Cole meltdown.
He sure did. How bad?
Well, it was a 6-2 game.
Okay. What did
Red Sox, obviously.
Yep. What did he give him? What did Cole?
Okay, Cole was with only 6 outs to his name.
So he
made it into the third.
Okay. And how many runs? 4?
I'm trying to find it here.
I remember he got touched.
He did get touched.
In not a good way.
It was 3-0, I think, when he got a.
In my brain, it was 4 runs. We're just going with 4.
Okay, we'll go 4, even though it was 3-1.
Right, that's how much he sucks. They actually gave a courtesy run off because they felt bad. So
for Kermit.
Right. Listen, Soto's there. I don't hate Soto. I'm also his numbers, in fairness, last year were very good. They're very, very, very good. They weren't elite, as the kids say. Right? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't elite-esque. I believe you would concur, sir.
No, they were not elite.
I wouldn't call them pedestrian because that would be.
I mean, he was playing in San Diego, so we also know that when he got traded to San Diego, his first month and change, he wasn't doing all that great because he was trying to prove himself to the fans and to his teammates and whatnot. And for a fact that's what he's on a contract year. He's at the end of his contract. His next year he's up for a contract.
It's his walk year. I mean, listen, a lot of pressure.
And people are saying that he's going to get anywhere between 400 plus to 500. I don't see it.
He's young, right?
He's 25, but I mean, like, what's his defense like?
It's not. I think he's fine. I think he's serviceable.
So, who do you think is the better defensive player, Judge or Soto?
Judge.
Okay. Judge just got 360. How old is Judge?
Judge, I believe, was 29 when he signed that deal. I'm going to double check real quick. Aaron Judge is a grand total of. He's 31 right now. Okay. Actually, he will be turning 32 in April. Aaron Judge.
Okay, so I could.
Not so young anymore.
No, not so young, but that is a future DH for that team.
They can't all be DHs, though.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But how long do you think Soto is going to be playing the field for?
At least another 10 years.
You think he'll play until he's 35?
Mostly. Yeah, maybe 33, 34. But yeah, a while. Yeah.
So what do you think his contract ends up looking like?
I think he signs in excess of Aaron Judge's 10-year, $400 million. So I think it's reasonable to say he's going to get a cool dozen years. 500 million.
Well, Judge only got 360.
Yeah, I'd
I'm
say
almost positive that he got 360.
I thought he had 10 years. No?
Yeah,
Didn't
no,
get
he got 360.
Okay. So yeah, I think he'll get 12. And he'll get 12, a little over 40 per, just to keep it honest. So he'll probably get 12 years, 500 mil. Yeah.
So you think he'll get 500 mil?
Yeah, $500 million. Yeah. $500 million to
Stay away from my fucking team.
Yeah. Although I will say this, if I have to give someone a contract of crazy years and crazy dollars, let it be a positional player, like any day of the week, over a pitcher.
You don't want to give Yamamoto 450 million?
Okay. I'm going to be the voice of reason.
We're gonna go into we're gonna transition into talking about Yamamoto.
This is second gear now, right?
Yeah,
second gear time.
We're throttling.
Oh, here we go. That's got to be
Did you hear what Ken Rosenthal said?
Yeah,
he called them the dorks of the week.
But like that coming from Ken Rosenthal,
I mean, like the biggest dork out there. Hold on, before we go any further. Yeah. I want to say that Ken Rosenthal is a dork simply for the fact that he has blocked us.
Yeah, that's a dork move.
I have no idea why. I think I called him Bowtie. Is that the
reason?
Come on, wow. Dude. Like you wear bow ties.
He is crazy short in real life. Like I saw him the one time and I was like, he was standing on top of like right near the Fenway dugout. Like he was elevated and he still looked like he was kneeling. I was like, what the? Like he's got, you tower over Ken Rosenthal. You look down on him. That's what it is. You look down upon Ken Rosenthal. So he was like, screw you, Brad. That's what it was. I think that's why. That checks out.
Yeah. Every time somebody like shares an article with Ken Rosenthal, it's like, I gotta go to my other profile.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah. So he's
God damn it, Bowtie.
He's the dork of the week. Tom, now hold on. Before we get into Yamamoto, when Tom Werner said full throttle, and even right now, I'm gonna ask you, what would full throttle mean to you? Not what do you expect the Red Sox to do, but what do you, when you hear as a Red Sox fan, full throttle, what is it?
Hold on.
Because I know what I think full throttle is. And I don't think Tom Werner and I have the same definition of full throttle.
So you ever watch like DuckTales?
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Okay. You remember Scrooge McDuck when he like jumps into the pile of like coins and stuff?
Oh yeah.
And like the gold and whatnot. So like when they say full throttle, I'm thinking like they're gonna be swimming in this shit. They're gonna be fucking like, you're getting $1 billion. You're getting $1 billion. We're getting Ohtani. We're going to get Yamamoto. We're going to get you. You know, that's what I feel like. But, I mean, I feel like if we were going to get Yamamoto, we would have already gotten him.
But no one has.
Right. And
so wait. What's your full throttle? Just give me, this is what a full throttle offseason looks like. When Brad heard Tom Werner say, full throttle, right? You're like, what do you think that meant at that moment?
Full throttle meant we were going to get every position that we needed. We needed pitching and we needed a second baseman. And so far we haven't really gotten either one of them.
Right. But what names were you thinking when you said pitching that, it's more than one, right? So what was your full throttle? What was your definition of full?
Ohtani would have been the first one. Obviously, we weren't going out for Ohtani.
I like that, Ohtani. But anyway,
Ohtani. Yep, we're going for Ohtani. But then the other, what like full throttle would have been Ohtani.
Yeah.
Obviously Yamamoto.
Okay.
I mean, Montgomery doesn't make me go vroom.
Okay.
Neither does Snell.
No.
I don't know who would make me go vroom for fucking second baseman.
Okay.
What about you?
Full throttle for me meant not Ohtani, right? Which I'm going to keep that. I like that a lot. I never thought that was real. right?
I didn't either, but
right.
it was like a wish list.
Yep, Yamamoto was full throttle,
Yeah.
and Jordan Montgomery is definitely full throttle for me. He is like, if you look at his numbers, he is the guy.
I wouldn't say full throttle. He's definitely like
No, the two of them together
yes.
with
If you
Brian
get both of
Bayo.
them,
That's what I thought was full
yeah,
throttle.
yeah,
You give me
yeah.
those two guys, put Bayo as my 3. You're like, wait, Chris Sale, if he's healthy, is your 4. That's pretty fucking cool, right?
And who's our 5? Do you put Nick Pivetta as our 5?
I let Nick Pivetta and Cutter Crawford battle it out, and Nick Pivetta, because he's better looking, wins.
Do you? Let me ask you a question, simply because of the fact that you're like head over heels with Nick Pivetta.
Sure.
Do you think like packaging him up would get us someone? And who do you think we could? Who do you think we could get with a Nick Pivetta package?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I do think you'd probably get something good for him. I mean, he's under $10 million. He pitched great both out of the pen and as a starter in the second half. I think you could definitely get, if you're looking like in a 3-way deal, you could get like a Brandon Drury, I think for sure, that like easily get like a second baseman like Brandon Drury. That would be quite enticing. In a 3-way deal, I think Willie Adames could definitely be had for Nick Pivetta. Again, even the Angels, they may do a Brandon Drury straight up for Nick Pivetta, a team that's always looking for pitching. So I think you can get something like that. But personally, I'd rather extend Nick Pivetta myself.
Okay. And now my other question for you, because you have such love for the Canadian heartthrob, who was also born on February 14th. And I will never forget that simply because of you. But what is your thoughts with the fact that he's now no longer the only Canadian on the team?
That can only help his sexual prowess. Being the only non-Canadian. Listen, Canadians are joyful people. So I think having a fellow Canuck on the team can only more just like Yamamoto wants a countryman, right? I'm sure when he walks in, Nick Pivetta, and he's like, "Hey, I want a little Canadian bacon." Tyler O'Neill's like, "Oi," right? He's like, "Oi, sorry about that, but I've got over here," right? And you're like, "Oh, thanks for saving a seat, mate." I don't even know if that's Canadian, right? But
mate is Australian.
I don't know, but Tyler O'Neill looks more than just Canadian, correct? Like he looks like he's got something.
He looks like he's probably going to be at the gym with Jarren Duran.
Can we just make Jarren Duran an honorary Canadian? It would just help.
Why?
I like to think that Jarren Duran and Tyler O'Neill are going to hit it off famously, right? That they're just going to be like, "Bro, do the buys, bro, doing tries and buys, bro." Like that, they're just going to be, talking tries and buys. I don't know. I don't work out that much, right?
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Specifically, we're going into the Canadian. You mentioned Canadian ham and all that, or Canadian bacon. Sorry.
No.
What is the difference between Canadian bacon and ham? There is a difference. I just Googled it because that like irritated me, and I was like, I need to know.
So I'm going to tell you what my experience is, and then you're going to tell me the truth. Okay. So my experience was when I was a kid, we went to Canada, and my father said to the waiter, "I would like some authentic Canadian bacon." And the waiter says, "You mean ham?" And my dad's like, "No, I want Canadian bacon." And like they kept going back and forth. And the guy brings out a plate. He goes, "You mean this?" He goes, "Man," he goes, "Yeah, Canadian bacon." He goes, "Dude, that's ham," right? So in my eyes, it's nothing, right? Like it's just what Canadians call ham. But what is it really?
All right, so
that's what the Denny's guy said to my father in like 19.
You went to fucking Denny's and asked them if
I didn't. My father did.
Authentic Canadian bacon. All right.
My father was thrifty. Okay. What are we going to say?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Canadian bacon comes from the back of the pig, specifically the loin, whereas ham comes from the hind legs of the pig, specifically the rear and thighs. Flavor. Canadian bacon has a mild sweet pork flavor, whereas bacon tastes saltier due to its high sodium content.
So even Canadians don't have no fucking clue that the difference is between the two things is what we've learned. But Americans do.
The one thing, like, I don't give a fuck. Give me Canadian bacon, give me ham, give me real, like, actual authentic bacon, whatever.
Yeah.
All I know is that I will never get poutine from America again after.
What is it?
It's like cheese curds and
I don't know what cheese curd is either.
Oh, dude,
Fuck's
it's so good. I don't know how to explain it. I had it. So I went to the Blue Jays game. What in 22?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
So I went to the Blue Jays game in 22.
Is that when you drove?
Oh fuck yeah! I drove 10 hours there, watched a almost 4-hour game, then drove 10 hours back. Yeah. It took me 25 hours.
Oh, it's so good you don't have a dog. You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, that dog would be like,
well, if I had a dog, I wouldn't have left it home by itself.
Bring the dog with. Seeing eye dog.
Poutine is a simple yet indulgent Canadian dish made of crispy French fries and chunks of salty, softened cheese curds smothered in a tangy gravy.
Mm.
So have you ever been to the Big E? Do you know what the Big E is?
No.
Okay, so it's like a fair in Massachusetts. Okay. It's in Chicopee or wherever the fuck it is. Okay. Right. So I went there and they had this area wherever they were like, oh, authentic poutine. And I was like, oh, I love poutine. Like the first time I ever had it was up in Canada. And my friends that I went with were like, oh, was it really good? I was like, yeah, it was delicious. And then I got it here and I was like, this is fucking gross.
So what was the main
Stupid Americans? I don't know. It just didn't taste good. I think it was the curds, the cheese curds.
The curds usually get you. They get you at the curds.
Yeah, the curds.
What if the Sox signed a Canadian name like Andrew Poutini?
I'm okay with that.
What
that means
what
they would
kind
have
of player? What kind of player would he be? Is he an infielder, or a starter, relief pitcher, closer?
He's definitely a reliever.
Yes, he is. Andrew Poutini. Oh, Andrew Poutini. Oh yeah, he throws heat too.
Yeah,
he throws heat. Wow.
He's about 106. He doesn't know where the ball's going though.
No, not a fucking clue. And if he hits you, he's like, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Hey, sorry. All right. Sorry. Which is crazy because Pavetta's such a nut up there that you wouldn't think he's Canadian. But I think when he's pitching, he harnesses his Americanism.
No, I think never mind.
No.
He goes full German.
Yep. I knew you were going to go there. I was just waiting for it, and you landed the plane. But then at the end, he's good at the end, except for when the reporters are like, so do you see yourself as a starter or a reliever? He's like, I'm a fucking starter. All right.
I'm a fucking pitcher.
Yeah, I love that shit. I love it all. I really do. So yes, back to Andrew Poutini, but the full circle.
Well, here's the other question: is Andrew Poutini a righty or a lefty?
Both.
I like it.
Yep. He's a righty, but
do you remember who that dude's name was?
Oh shit!
The ambidextrous pitcher.
Yankees had one. They sent him to the Oakland A's.
That was him. They made a rule.
Yeah.
What was his name? Pat Vendette.
Yeah, that's right.
They made a fucking rule that, like, if the batter gets into the box and you put your glove on your right hand, you have to pitch lefty. And vice versa. It's for the entire at bat too.
I think that's fair. I do. Unless you hurt your arm.
Well, because the batter has to be in the box as, you know, a lefty or a righty. They can't just be like, oh, I'm going to switch mid, you know, at bat. They did that. Did you not? And holy shit. I have to send you this video. I watched it years ago. And I think it was his debut with the Oakland A's.
Well, I'm just thinking now with the pitch clock, they would just keep running back, and whoever gets it last is like, aha! You know what I mean? Andrew Poutini's like, ha, oi, eh? Sorry, right? Then he
Sorry.
throws 106. So okay, hold on.
But
hold on.
he throws 106 lefty, but he only throws 98 righty.
No, 72, but it's all junk. Everything's just junk coming out. It's just,
So I don't want him being an ambidextrous pitcher if he's throwing junk righty.
it's good junk though. It's slop. Everybody's swinging at it, shit in the dirt, except when he leaves a hanger. Then it gets fucking tattooed.
So we're not going to mention his name. I felt really bad about that. I was about to mention Tim Wakefield.
Oh well, listen, we hung some for sure.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Rest
listen,
in peace.
listen. You don't have a career that long and not have a couple, but like, yeah, Timmy knew what he was doing, and he'd acknowledge that.
Speaking of Wakefield, so the other day I was at, where was it? I was at a bowling alley, and they had like the Red Sox Yankees from 2003, and they showed the pitch, and I was just like, why would you do that?
That's fucking dumb. This is like a Red Sox-y kind of bar area.
It was a bowling alley. They had like the TVs like up.
Yeah, but you're in Connecticut though.
It wasn't Connecticut though. It was up in New Hampshire. No, it was in Massachusetts. Sorry.
All right, because I thought in Connecticut, it's like half Yankee, half Reds, whatever. Like that's weird. Bad people. People. What are they called? What are they? Masochists, right? They're like
we can call them masochists.
Yeah. Get it?
Massachusetts. Yeah. I see what you did there.
You
didn't do it on purpose, but you did it.
No, but it just fell in. Hey,
kind of like Andrew Poutini.
Hey, 106 left. He doesn't know where it's going. Nothing but slop from the right.
But at least he knows where it's going.
From the right, he does. From the left, he's got no fucking clue.
They're throwing down fucking signs, and they're like, he's like, sure. And they're like, hey, fastball away. He's like, all right, curveball in.
This could be 109 slider, and you're like 109 slider, like, and it breaks. Like, oh shit!
It's like a fucking Chris Sale fucking slider. It's a Machado.
What if the umpire comes out and gets the old bubble because he's like, I'm not getting hit with this shit, right?
They come out with the old school fucking thing.
Hell yeah! Like, I wouldn't want to get hit. The catcher's like, dude, I don't know where it's going, right? Like, if you hit it, it's like
fucking runners on second. They get they get home.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because he threw it into the net.
Uncorks one. Now, okay, here we go. So full throttle. It was Yamamoto, Montgomery. Get me an infielder of some substance here, and a bat. Soler, maybe re-signing Turner, right? Give me a bat in the mix here, right?
I'm gonna tell you what will piss me off.
Yeah.
If we go into the year and Valdez is our second baseman.
That won't happen.
I'm just telling you that will piss me off.
I believe you. And that would bother me too.
I don't think him or Rafaela, I don't think either one of those two are ready to take on second base. I don't think Rafaela's I definitely don't think he's ready to take on second base as a like right away. I think he could do it. I think he could do it. But I don't know. That's not what I want.
I think, well, I agree. If Emmanuel Valdez is your starting second baseman, your offseason really didn't go as planned because, sure, here's the problem. If we're going to be total honesty without like whatever, like you and I both love Devers. But he's not some amazing defender, right? He has some good moments. He has some brain dead moments.
I feel like that would be like putting Kike back at shortstop.
Right. Story is a very good defender at short, right? And Casas improved at first as the year progressed, but I would not call him like a vacuum there, just some like great range guy. They need to improve defense at second base, and Emmanuel Valdez is the exact opposite of that. I like his bat a lot.
I mean, if you're gonna do Emmanuel Valdez at second, you might as well sign Kike and put him back at short.
Just say fuck it.
That's basically what you're saying when you do something like that.
Yeah. No,
you're like, hey, we know that this is not a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyways. This is how we're gonna roll. Yeah. So I mean, like, if that's what you're gonna do, just put Kike at short. Put Trevor Story back at second. Fuck it. don't put the better shortstop at shortstop. And yeah, I
want to ask you an interesting question that just popped in my head.
okay.
Okay. Generally speaking, what do you value more? Let's say a 25-year-old big time hitting positional player, or a 25-year-old big time major league pitcher. Like, both have a track record of a year and change. Both look to be equally successful in their positions. Which one would you rather have?
What was the first one?
Okay, so you have
25-year-old
guy that a positional player who can really hit. This guy can hit. He can really rake. Or
how's his defense?
It's okay.
So you're basically talking about Valdez.
No. I'm going better than just hits. I'm saying this fucker can rake.
Who are you talking about?
So if I offered you right now the idea of a trade like this, Tristan Casas for George Kirby.
We're going to have to play first.
You worry about that a little bit. I'm asking, on its own face value, which one do the Red Sox need more?
Well, you need a first baseman.
More than
a
young start.
You need a pitcher.
Which one do they need more?
I mean, pitching, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But who are we going to have play first base?
Justin Turner?
They'll go Bobby Dahlbeck before they do that.
What?
They literally were talking about how Dahlbeck is going to get chances.
Now, I love Cora, okay? But I feel like that is let's keep the spotlight on him as positively as we can. So if we try to flip him, we get a little something for him, because, I don't see that happen. I mean, George Kirby he's pre-arbitration eligible next year. He has 5 years of team control. 5. Okay. For a pitcher that last year, and I'm not saying that
so if you could just give Tristan Casas up for Kirby,
would you do it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's the trade.
I'd have to think about it, but I'd probably pull the trigger.
For a guy that had a 3.35 ERA last year, okay? He had a 3.39 the year before. He's had 56 starts, 56 starts combined in the last 2 years, and he threw 190 innings last year. This is not some guy that only throws a couple innings. This is an innings eater.
Like I said, I'd think about it, but I'd probably pull the trigger.
Yeah, you would, right? Like, you probably you figure out first later on.
I would not like it because of the fact that, like, I need a first baseman, but you're right. I'd have to figure it out afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could always consider a Pete Alonso trade, or like that. Boy, that'd be kind of cool.
I do like Pete. I do
right?
Like the polar bear.
Right, and then
maybe we just put Dahlbeck back over there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
no, we can.
I mean, that would be. I mean, if we traded for Kirby and then got Alonso, that would be full throttle, along with, like, maybe a Yamamoto, but definitely, like, get me another pitcher in there.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
You got George Kirby.
Montgomery.
Yep, and then you got Pete Alonso over at.
But here's the thing.
That's a full throttle offseason.
Are the Mariners saying yes?
Well, to that hypothetical trade, no, they are not, because they also realize that as great as Tristan Casas was last year, you take starting pitching every day of the week over a first baseman. You do. That's what sucks. Now, if you included Jarren Duran in said trade, now you actually might have something. And honestly, I probably would still do the trade if I was the Red Sox. I probably would. I'm not saying it wouldn't hurt, but Craig Breslow told you sometimes these things going to hurt a little bit. That would hurt.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I didn't move any of my big three. I still have the big three, right? But now I have a not homegrown, but I have a young 5-year of team control stud starting pitcher. Got him.
All right.
And he's cute.
Oh man.
I don't even know what he looks like, but I know that fucker can throw 190 innings. And I mean, listen, I know he's in Seattle, and that's a pitcher's park, but
He's got some big ass ears, I'll tell you that.
He does. Now look at him. He's really
he's not all that cute.
Good. I don't want him to be that cute. I want Nick Pivetta to be.
You know who he kind of looks like?
What does he look like?
He looks like Whitlock. A little.
He looks. You know what? Hold on. He looks like Blake Snell. And you know what? The Mariners, supposedly that's where Blake Snell is going to go, right?
Well, he's from Seattle, so
right. So they might just be replacing George Kirby with Blake Snell. Now their team has Blake Snell and Tristan Casas and Logan Gilbert. Like now they're still
and
ready.
Jarren Duran.
And Jarren Duran, correct. I do it.
Give me it.
Yep. See, now you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I am Cedane Rafaela as my center fielder. I can do that.
I can fucks with that.
Yeah, I can do that. I
definitely fucks with that.
Let him be my number 9 hitter. No pressure the bottom lineup. Let him develop into it. I could do that. Let me ask you this one here, Bradley.
Yeah.
Truth serum time. Okay, I'm gonna virtually inject you with truth serum. Okay.
Okay.
Is it in? Do you feel it? Yeah. Do you feel it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I believe you feel it. Okay. All right. Give me a letter grade on Yoshida's first year in totality, offensively, considering the fact of the games played, because he had to have some games off. Defensively, offensively, when it's all said and done, what would you really give him?
Well, I mean, are we grading him the entire time he's been a Red Sox?
On the first year, when all said and done, good.
Are we just talking MLB? Because
just MLB.
Okay, because I would have done the World Baseball Classic, and that right away is an A.
No, I can't, because he's facing against major league pitchers that are still in spring training mode. So I just got to focus on the major league squad.
What would I give him?
Yeah.
Probably a B minus.
Me too.
B minus, C plus, somewhere around there. Because, I mean, the first half of the year, he was showing up and whatnot, but you definitely saw that he got tired.
Now, here's a question. We all assume, we've all read that he got tired. Did he get tired, or did the league figure him out a little bit?
I think he got tired. I mean, he played in the WBC. You're traveling from Japan back to, he played the entire tournament, because they ended up winning. And then you're flying all over the fucking place. So I think with his first year, I think next year he'll be better. Here's
the thing I've been thinking about, and it's okay now, right? Because Chaim Bloom no longer is employed by the Boston Red Sox for me to say something without attack. In hindsight here, right?
You almost said it, right?
I almost did, right? In hindsight here, did his left-handed bat and poor defense fit the rest of this roster construction? With Verdugo, right? Because we assumed Verdugo would be here, right?
Right.
You knew he would. The word was that he was not a good defender. Okay. Now looking at that and knowing the fact that Devers wasn't a really good defender at third, not everyone can become a DH, right? Everyone can't be a DH. True. And knowing the fact that he's not some crazy power hitter. It's not like he's expected to ever hit like 40 homers in a year.
Right.
He can't just be a DH, not for hitting 20, 22 homers a year. That doesn't cut it. What did he fit?
No, probably not.
Like, meaning if you could subtract his money right now off this, they might be a better team.
Here's the thing. It's like, if you think about how it was going to go, like, you had to look into the future. You already had, if you thought Alex Verdugo was going to stay, you had a lefty and right field.
Yep.
Yoshida would have been a left field.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, there wasn't any chance that like with the way that Duran was playing last year, he's also a lefty.
Yep.
So now you have three lefties in the outfield. So I mean, I get it. I get where you're going with this.
And
And
Wilyer Abreu, who Heim identified as a good guy, and by all accounts looks like a nice little piece. That's another left-handed hitting
it
outfield.
is. And now we got Tyler O'Neill, but also like the only righty we had in the outfield outside of Adam Duvall was Ref Snyder. And
Yep.
I'm sorry, but he's not an everyday.
No. It just, I don't know if it kind of feels like that moment, although it was a fun moment where they like, Xander leaves and they sign Yoshida and Kenley Jansen on the same day. That was a really weird transactional day.
Now after the first year of Xander being in San Diego, how do you feel about Xander not signing with the Red Sox or the Red Sox not signing him?
I still wish he was here. If they gave him like an 8-year deal, I would have loved it. That when he got that crazy contract, I was glad they didn't. The fact that he had a little bit of a down year comparatively, I'm okay. Like meaning first year guy trying to live up to expectations, big move, got injured a little bit. And everything went wrong with that team this year, right? Like it was just like everything went wrong. So like, I wish,
except for Tatis.
That's true. That guy's great, man.
He switched positions and still got a Gold Glove.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's just steroids." Be like, "Yeah, check me." Like that he's a ball player. That guy's a fucking ball player. I wish Xander was still here, and I don't blame on Heim in any way. That's an ownership level fuck up. That they're just hell bent on repeatedly fucking up. Like they didn't. And I love Rafael Devers, but between Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, and Rafael Devers, if I said truth serum, you're still under the truth serum, sir. Of the three, who can't you live without?
I'm going Devers.
You can't live. That's the number one guy?
You're going to say Mookie.
No, there's no question. Mookie's one of the top 5 players in the world every year.
Devers is younger.
But I'm just talking about talent.
They're moving him to second base.
That's how fucking valuable that guy is. He's like, I'm one of the best right fielders in the world. You know what? You need me to play second base? Sure, I haven't played since college, but yeah, fuck it, right? I'll do it.
He's played with the Dodgers
a little bit here and there, but like that guy's all world talent, man. You know what? I love Devers. I'm not even bashing Devers. I love him, but maybe it should have been the idea of trading Xander Bogaerts at that time, keeping Mookie Betts, and I don't blame that on Heim. I blame that's an ownership level fuck up. They did it with John Lester. They did it with Nomar. They've made these mistakes over and over and over again. Where they always
at least when they traded Nomar, they fucking ended up winning a championship.
Oh yeah, well at that point Nomar had to go. That was a sulking. As much as Ed Hand won't forgive Theo for trading Nomar. Nomar had to go. Right, that was not going to work on that team.
I still can't believe he's so upset about that.
He will not get over it.
Almost 20 years later.
It's like
years later.
But we won the World Series for the first time in 86 years, and Orlando Cabrera had some key plays. That was okay. So it's just interesting now seeing so we're going to go back. We're going to fast forward to go back here a little bit, which is I'm completely excited about this season, right? That I think this season we have Craig Breslow, who was touched by the hand of Theo and identified as a guy that can run, that has got to be part of a major league club. And I think Craig Breslow is willing to come in, be decisive, make some moves. Like nobody signed yet that I'm like, oh, shit.
Nobody big has really signed except Shohei.
There's one guy that I wanted who did sign.
Who?
I did want Eduardo Rodriguez back. I thought
I would have been okay with getting him back, but
especially for the contract he signed, I would have done that. I think it was 4 years, $20 million per. And in today's world, that's not crazy for a lefty that really pitched well. He has a history of now some postseasons. I mean, the Sox.
Do you think that he was just they didn't offer him a contract because they're so hell bent on Yamamoto? Do you think that's going to come back to bite them in the ass?
I think it's going to potentially get a lot of teams in the ass, right? Because if your backup plan was potentially to sign Erod, Lugo, and someone else and do a bulk thing, and you have a bunch of really good arms instead of just like a premier one, we just don't know what teams had that plan. Do I think the Red Sox wanted Lugo? Probably only at the right price. Like I'm sure they were kicking the tires, but I don't know where Lugo. I mean, I guess if you got Yamamoto and said we got the stud, but we can't get Yamamoto and Montgomery. But if we got you Yamamoto and a Lugo or a Yamamoto and a Waka, hey,
A Yamamoto and a Giolito.
That would sound great to me.
Is that full throttle or is that like half throttle?
I still think I told you before we came on. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you now.
Where's Yamamoto going?
He will be a New York Met. He will be a New York Met, and
like that.
Well, he will be a New York Met.
Is that because Cohen flew out to Japan and had dinner with him?
That's because in the end, every baseball player in the world cares about one thing more than anything else: money. Not winning, money. And the truth really is, why would Steve Cohen spend all that money if he didn't want to win? He does. So if you're going to sign a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever year deal, you know Steve Cohen's in it because he wants to win. If he's going to pay you all this money.
What did he I mean, he signed Scherzer, he signed Verlander, and then he traded both of them. And he's still paying them.
And he got some really, really good prospects back that he can spin for another trade, or he can develop, and then he can spend his money freely because now he has – the Mets actually have a lot of good young players on their roster right now and a lot ready to come up too. They can do a lot of stuff. They just need a year to kind of recalibrate, I think. And they got a president of baseball ops that pretty much everyone was like, I want that guy.
All right. So I want to change topics here with you.
Okay.
So every year, but like most years, the Red Sox have a winter weekend. Did you happen to see the players that they're going to have at the winter weekend?
No, I didn't.
All right, let me list you off the high dollar players that are going to end up being there. All right.
Okay.
Trevor Story.
Okay. I give him credit for going there because.
Hold on.
Okay.
That's literally the only play. No Chris Sale, no Devers, no Kenley Jensen. These are the players that are going. All right. You got William Abreu, Brendan Bernardino, Tristan Casas, Jaron Duran, Tanner Houck, friend of the pod, Zach Kelly, Chris Martin, Sticky Fingers, Reese McGuire, Chris Murphy, Tyler O'Neill, your Canadian lover, Nick Pivetta.
Oh, I didn't. Ooh, okay.
Cedon Rafaela, Rob Refschneider, John Schreiber, Emmanuel Valdez, Brandon Walter, Garrett Whitlock, Josh Winkowski, Connor Wong. But wait, there's more. Roman Anthony, Dick Fitz, Wickelman Gonzalez, Nathan Hickey, Marcelo Meyer, Chase
Meredith. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Luis Perales, Justin Slayton, Kyle Teal, and Nick York. And the alumni, I mean, they're cool and all, but I mean, like, I feel like there should be a little bit more. We got Wade Boggs.
Okay.
Remember the story that LeVar Wade told us about Wade Boggs?
Sure do.
Where's your ring? Dennis Eckersley.
Love it.
Carlton Fisk, who will give you an autograph for $20.
Okay.
Fred Lynn, Pedro Martinez.
Ooh, love that.
Mr. Lou Merloni.
Love it.
David Ortiz.
Puppy.
Jim Rice.
Okay.
And Louis Tiant. That's every. You know how much that costs a day?
For a ticket?
For the weekend, actually. You know how much that costs? $95.
For admission for the
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. The other thing is, and we had a Gordo on the podcast from Playtassi.
Yep.
He came on and he was telling us that they're not going to have a town hall meeting where like Warner, Henry, and Kennedy are going to be there.
Yep.
What a bunch of fucking assholes.
All right. Hold on. Here's why I can get it a little bit. Okay.
I get it. You're getting shit on.
Here's the problem is I don't think they can, let's say they don't get Yamamoto, but you find out February 3rd, they traded for whatever exciting young pitcher in the game. And you're like, oh, that's great. It may not be lined up by the time the town hall comes. And it's like, yeah, we're not done working yet. Right. But like, we're going to get dumped and shit on by fans.
Yamamoto has to be signed by January 4th.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
this doesn't happen until January 19th.
Right. So their backup plan may not be completed by January 9th. Right. So they don't want to get shit on. I wouldn't either. Pussy. It sucks. Now, let me ask you a question. For $95, does that include autographs from players, or is that an upcharge on each autograph you want?
Oh, you get an autograph from one player and a picture with the one player, and you don't know who that player is. You get put into this room, right? You get put into this room. I went last year.
Yeah.
You get put into this room. You're in a line with like 100 fucking people.
Yeah.
Sometimes more. And they have this area blocked off. And then in the back, they have it blocked off where like the players and the staff members or whatever for the Red Sox are walking around and whatnot and get people in there. And they say they don't know who's coming in, but they know who's coming in.
Yeah.
You know? So like last year I got Kike, I got Casas. My picture was I got Dewey. I got Middlebrooks, and I want to say I got Lou.
So you do get more than one player, though.
No. I had to buy those.
Oh, so who's the one guy that you got? Who's your guy?
I think Kike was the first.
You got to like go up, get a ball signed. Hey, thank you. You know.
I mean, I got a ball signed by Kike. I got a ball signed by Casas.
But you had to buy the Casas ball, though.
No, they signed it right in front of me.
But I thought you said you don't know who you're going to see.
So I didn't know who I was going to see. What happened is you could buy extra to like go into like another room or whatever. Like I got Jared Saltalamacchia twice.
Okay, so you don't know who you're going to get when you pay for a ticket, and you can get multiple opportunities.
So I forgot what it was. Like I think it was $95 for both days. I think it was like $35 for like an extra like signature thingy or whatever.
Yep.
So like and 20 and dude, you want to I was fucking rip shit the first time I ever went. I went in 2020. Guess who my autograph was?
2020.
It wasn't Michael Kickham and it wasn't Zach Godley. You're not even going to remember. You're going to remember him, but you're not going to be. You're going to be like, oh yeah, it's that guy. That's who it is. You're not going to know who it is.
Who?
It was Josh Osich.
Oh, I wouldn't even. That would never, ever come.
I shit you not. My girlfriend at the time, right? I was in one line. She was in another line. I got Josh Osich and Dewey, right? Awesome, right? And I go, oh, hey, who'd you get? Like, do you know who you got? And she's like, oh, number 19. I was like, Jackie Bradley. She's like, he's Asian. I was like, I'm like trying to figure out who was wearing 19 that would be there. She got fucking Koji.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you. But I got the ball, so.
Yeah, that worked out.
I always go out. I get an authentic MLB ball. I get a little case or whatever. Or I actually have a case in my living room where I put the balls in. But
yeah, no, I mean, it sounds. I would like to. Like, I'm interested. You know, I've never done it, but I just don't. I have to see what that weekend will have in store, but it's definitely something that sounds cool. I don't blame the owners for not doing it after last year's fucking debacle, but the problem is, let me ask you, who's the big name that's not really going? Chris Sale? You don't want to get shit on by the fans because Devers should go. But I don't know his personal life. Maybe did someone just have a baby? Like
I do like the fact that Dick Fitz is going.
Oh, listen, a buddy of mine who's a huge Yankee fan, he told me, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good pitcher. He's like, no, a buddy of mine, Kyle, who is all up on young Yankee players, does not like the Verdugo trade from the Yankee perspective at all. Really is big on Dick Fitz. He's like, that guy's gonna be a dude. Maybe not a starter, maybe just a high end reliever, but you know what? They're good too. They all cost money. So that sounds cool. That sounds fun. But the problem is, the truth is, the Red Sox lack star power. They do. They've really gone on the secondary market and not try to knock, but like, hey, how come Yoshida's not there? I mean, that guy got a big contract. You don't come. Kenley Jansen, for a guy who kind of embraces city a little bit, like, that'd be cool. It seems like a lot of the key members of the bullpen are going. It seems like the bullpen should kind of stick together, but
the bullpen with like Nick Pivetta, Tanner Houck, Zach Kelly, Chris Martin.
Nick Pivetta is the starting pitcher.
John Schreiber.
I love that Tanner Houck is going, and I have a request for every Red Sox fan to please stop theoretically putting Tanner Houck's name in hypothetical trade scenarios, please.
I'm going to talk to you after this about hypothetical trades and stuff.
They just have to stop. They have to stop. They have to leave my Tanner Houck alone, please.
I don't care about like trading Tanner Houck or whatever, but I'll talk to you after.
Okay. All right. So Brad, I just want to give you real quick. So this is what will happen. Okay. The Red Sox.
Hold on. Oh. There's one thing you and I didn't even discuss.
Well, go ahead.
We actually have a pitching coach.
Hell yeah, Andrew Bailey, baby.
Yeah.
That's all
you got. Hell yeah.
I love Andrew Bailey. Listen, I wanted huge things for him with the Red Sox. Unfortunately, when he was a pitcher, he was hurt. But Joel Hanrahan got hurt, Andrew Bailey got hurt, and Koji was allowed to be a star. To see what
if you want to talk about slop,
right.
For one pitch.
That's it.
It was the Mariano.
To see the things that he was able to accomplish.
He was throwing like 88?
He was banged up. He was not right. But to see what he was able to accomplish.
I'm saying Koji.
Oh, Koji. Yeah, no, Koji But what I'm saying, Bailey with the Red Sox, that was a year where their bullpen was supposed to be Hanrahan as the closer. Bailey is the setup guy. And you're like, damn, Andrew Bailey's your setup guy? And then Koji and others would be the next tier down. It was like their pen was supposed to be fucking stacked. And it was like,
then Hanrahan got hurt and he was out for the year. Then Bailey got hurt. He was out for the year. And then Koji comes in and he's like,
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, like, I'll take care of all this shit for you.
I've gotten a high five from Koji.
That's great. That's powerful shit, man.
But it wasn't like a real high five. It wasn't a real Koji high five.
Oh, he doesn't want to hurt you because his high five.
I wanted him to do a Shane Victorino on me.
Yeah,
cave my fucking chest in.
He was like, well, I will tell you though, Andrew Bailey, pitching coach Andrew Bailey, he was doing, I mean, he really got to maximize shit out of pitchers in San Francisco. I mean, you look at Carlos Rodon. I mean, he was doing well with the White Sox. He goes to Giants and it's next level. He leaves the Giants and he falls apart with the Yankees. Not that I'm crying about it, but I'm saying like I am really Kevin Gausman, what he did with him from over there. Like I'm really excited to see what he can do with maybe Garrett Whitlock, what he can, Tanner Houck, what kind of things he can pull out. Like I think they found someone that the rest of the league wanted, and he was like, I'm gonna go with my boy Craig Breslow, and I think it's gonna be great.
Another question for you: what are your thoughts on Kimbrel joining the Orioles?
Weird.
It is, right?
It's weird. It's weird. So my boy Dave Dombrowski, who's his closer down in Philadelphia? I don't know, right? But granted, Kimbrel was really shaky, last year anyway, postseason.
I mean, he's pretty shaky in the postseason, anyways.
Yeah, so
with all around, he's always been that way.
Like, where do you think? Here's one. So, where do you think Josh Hader's going to go? Because I think Philly.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a Dombrowski move.
That's like, we're not going to fuck around anymore. Let's go winning something. And it only costs money. They'll play deep end of the pool. But like the Orioles, I mean, look, they're great. Their roster's wonderful and all that good stuff. But man, Kimbrel, weird.
That'd be funny if he ends up winning another World Series in the American League.
Oh God, please no. I mean, I guess if the Orioles won it, it wouldn't. At least it means the Yankees didn't. So like, that's cool. That's like the one thing I don't want to have happen this year. That's like my worst fucking case scenario by
I just don't. I don't even care what the Yankees do as long as they don't sign Yamamoto. If he goes to New York, go to the Mets. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, look, who really knows at this point? It's definitely
nobody does. Did you see that tweet?
Where do you think he goes? Where do you think he goes?
Where do I think he goes?
Yeah,
the Mets actually kind of make the sense. I thought Dodgers, but if he wants to be a star, he's not going to the Dodgers. I mean, like if he wants to be the main attraction, that guy or whatever, he's not going to the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean,
and holy fuck, dude! Like the amount of money I did the calculation. By the time what's his name is done being paid, they will owe over $800 million to 3 players: Mookie, Freeman, and Ohtani. 680 of it goes to Ohtani.
That contract is just, you know what? My biggest fear is the Ohtani contract is that will lead to the next work stoppage, because all of the other teams are going to be like, are you fucking kidding? Like, you bastardize. Yes, you worked around the rules, but there'll be a labor stoppage, and it'll be the Ohtani contract, which everyone thinks is so great for baseball, will also come up and bite him in the ass. It's stupid. It's stupid.
I think the $680 million deferred is stupid.
I think the fact that it doesn't count against the luxury tax is the part that bothers me. Like, it should. He should be getting paid for luxury tax purposes $70 million a year. When you actually pay it to him, that's between you and the player. I don't really care about that. But like, what bothers me is for luxury tax purposes, only $2 million counts against the tax. That's fucking ridiculous. That's a mockery. They didn't get like, 50-50. Like, they were just like, fuck it, right? Like, and allow them to get Tyler Glass now.
You know what my favorite part of that contract is? My favorite part of that contract?
What was that?
If something happens to one of the owners or Friedman, he gets an opt out. That motherfucker ain't gonna opt out of fucking $680 million. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, if he does, that means the baseball landscape has really, really risen. Like, it's just crazy.
He's like, you know what? 3 years in, they fired him. I'm gonna go for 700 more.
That's fine. Just go for it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because, like, we all know, like, you can't really expect him to maintain this, like, I'm a pitcher and a hitter for much longer. Like, maybe 2-3 years. I know it's not next year, but like, it ain't 9 of the 10 years. Like, that's not real. So, like, he's already 2 Tommy John. Clearly, it takes a toll. As he gets older, it's probably going to be even harder. It's just crazy. I mean, he's not a $70 million hitter. He's great. He don't even play the outfield.
He'll play the outfield.
That you think so?
They're going to do him like they did in Kiel.
Oh, God. Poor Rick. Well, what do you feel about the Andrew Bailey move? You like it?
I loved it. As soon as I it started going out there that Greg Breslow was coming to the Red Sox and Andrew Bailey is associated with his I forgot what it was, his organization or whatever. Yeah. I was like, there's no chance that he stays in San Fran. but I didn't know how that worked. Like, did San Fran say, yeah, like he's under contract, but yeah, you can go over there? And
No, his contract was up.
oh, okay. So I didn't know that.
Yeah, they wanted him. They wanted him back, but so did everyone in baseball. He was the next hot thing, and then the Yankees were talking to him for the bench coach position, which would have been a promotion actually. And before, I don't think that was going to happen. And then, yeah, so I mean, he had ties with Breslow, but I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's here. And then they get Willard, I think is his name. I can't think of his first name. He's from Minnesota.
The hitting coach guy, or
no, he's the director of pitching now for the Red Sox.
So he's in the organization, but he's not with the MLB. He's in the
correct.
AAA. He's in AAA, right?
He's the director. I believe he's like director of minor league pitching. But you have now the president of baseball ops, the pitching coach, and the director of pitching all lockstep in a certain approach. So, I mean, that's really exciting to see. It's not going to be next year, right? But in 2 or 3 years, maybe all of a sudden, instead of Red Sox just hoping and praying on getting some young arms to thrive, that we actually start to get it, because that's one thing that just hasn't been happening. And it's just, they really haven't done it much other than what? I mean, John Lester, Clay Buchholz, not enough. And hopefully Bayo, but I mean, we can't say that yet.
Right.
So Brad, I'm going to tell you real quick. Here is the offseason for the Boston Red Sox. Like, this is what will be. No prediction, what will be. Jordan Montgomery, he will be a Red Sox. Okay. After Montgomery, the Boston Red Sox will sign Lucas Giolito. Okay. To a 1 or 2 year deal. Small, right? They'll go out and get a bigger fish the following offseason. They will sign Whit Merrifield. And they will bring in Teoscar Hernandez.
I don't hate it.
That will be their team will have no glaring holes. None. But they will not be a top dog, but they'll be good enough with financial room, and they will have made no big trades. Where at the trade deadline, if they're close, that's where you will see the difference between Heim and Craig be that they'll push. There'll be no hemming and hawing. They'll get somebody.
Do you know whose contract that comes off in the next year or two makes you giddy?
Chris Sale.
Thank you.
That's why next year, I mean, you look at the list. Walker Buehler, free agent after next season. Zach Wheeler. I mean, there's a lot of names. If we start looking through, I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but there's like 4 or 5 free agent starting pitchers at the end of. Brandon Woodruff,
who's the lefty? Who's the lefty in Atlanta?
Max Fried.
Yeah, he comes off.
He comes off. Corbin Burns, free agent. Okay, so the Boston Red Sox will have the money to add, no problem, and to replace. So the question is, I don't look at it. Lou Merloni kind of said it. It's not about this year being all in for this upcoming season. I think next year is a step toward really competing again. And the year after, now if you have Montgomery, Corbin Burns, let's say, and Brian Bayo, now you got a real 3. Now you can go and you can fucks with anyone in the AL East. I think they're a year away. And I think next year is a step toward contention. And Jordan Montgomery's a good fucking pitcher. He really is. He really is. He's not an ace at all. But boy, he is a good.
He'd be our ace.
He would. And you know what? Maybe halfway through the year, Brian Bayo steps up and is like, "No, I actually am. I can do that." But like, it's okay. They don't have to. You don't have to go into the season. We're all in. They don't have to be. They don't have to be full throttle. But they have to be moving in a direction of contention, or else, what are we doing?
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to wait and see. We're going to find out what's going to happen, but I'm glad Craig Breslow is here. Just, I think Yamamoto has thrown off all expectations because I think the demand for him has gone through the roof.
Yes.
I didn't think it was going to be like this. I really didn't.
Right.
I mean, I thought it was me Mets and Red Sox, really, maybe Cubs. I didn't think the Yankees would be in here at all. But if they sign him, their payroll is going to be what, like $320?
Yeah, they're up there.
I mean, they're going to be Steve Cohen tax time. but we'll see.
But it's about time they start fucking showing their money, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm glad to see that you are also not a fan of Blake Snell. I do like that.
I'm not a fan, but I'm not a fan, if that makes sense. You know what
You
I
don't
mean?
want him on the you respect him. You don't want him on the Boston Red Sox.
Right.
Yeah, I get
No,
it.
I do not want him on the Red Sox.
Nope. I don't think that's going to play well. It feels like David Price waiting to happen all over.
Yeah,
you.
but David Price.
I love David Price.
David Price in 2018. He should. If we're gonna do MVPs for the World Series, come on.
Nathan Eovaldi might be a name to use.
I'm sorry, that 18 innings. I don't think that deserves a freaking an MVP.
Here's the thing, David Price. When all is said and done, I always like David Price. Always like David Price.
Tingle fingers.
A little chilly out. I mean, you look at his first year with the Red Sox, he had almost a 4 ERA. It's not really what you're expecting from a guy that at the time had the largest ever.
But then, like the following year, they signed Chris Sale. How do you do it then?
Then much better, although he only made that year 16 starts, right? So, I mean, in 2017, he has 16 starts when Chris Sale's there. And then in 2018, very good year, about a 3.5 ERA, 30 starts, only throws about 176 innings, but, I mean, very good. And then 2019, pedestrian, and that was pretty much the beginning of the end. Right. So he really, if you're looking at fairness
2018 was his best year.
Yeah, he was really good in 2018, but for the commitment he got, he definitely was a guy that didn't live up to that contract.
No, he didn't, but I would still say that he should have.
You needed to put David Price in to give them credibility, and I feel like Jordan Montgomery, not calling them equal players, is that step toward credibility that this rotation definitely needs. Sorely needs.
Just don't overpay him like you did Price.
Unfortunately, at this point, I think that's just the way the market's going to be. You
shut your whorish mouth.
Well, now, if you gave Montgomery, what's a fair offer for Jordan Montgomery?
Fuck off. He wants.
I think Jordan Montgomery last year pitched 32 starts, 188 innings. The year before, he threw 178 innings.
Are you fucking joking, dude? They really gave him a 6-year deal.
Who?
The Yankees gave Carlos Rodon a freaking 6-year deal.
That's what he's going to want.
27 a year. Yeah, that's why I'm looking it up.
Yeah, if you told me right now that that's what he got was 6 years, that's one more year than I would like to give. And if you said it had to be 28 per, okay. It's okay. I would.
Okay.
He's about to turn 31 in a week from today.
Yeah.
I would.
And Carlos Rodon he's 31. He turned 31 17 days ago.
Yep. So he's going to get a 6-year deal.
Who is Jordan Montgomery's
his agent? Is that what you want to know?
Year.
It's Scott Boras.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Boras Corporation agents.
According to Spotrac, it's Belenji Group.
It says, according to a Baseball Reference.
Baseball Reference is not always right.
Okay, but I believe I did read that recently somewhere else too.
Yeah, it is Fox Sports. And we'll pay off for him. Yep, he is a Scott Boras as of November 13th.
Go ahead, Baseball Reference. My guys.
They are not always right, though.
No, but when they are today, I need them to be right today.
All right. Now with Arlington's World Series parade behind him, Montgomery is one of a handful of top starting pitchers exploring free agency, backed by agent Scott Boras.
Yep.
He should be highly coveted.
He should be. And
fuck.
Now, how about Giolito? You do anything for you? Giolito.
He's not getting it. He's going to get like a 1-2 year deal.
So if the Sox gave him a 1 year, $15 million deal.
I was about to say he's going to probably get what like a Garrett Richards ended up getting.
Maybe. Well, I think who's it? Who the shit was the guy? Jack Flaherty got like 1 year, $14 million. He's got to make more than him. He's a more accomplished pitcher. So maybe 1 year, 17.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't. He pitched great until he got traded to the Angels. He had a really good first half, and then he fell off the fucking map.
He's a short. He throws short arm, right?
I'm not gonna. I don't know.
He does like Cutter Crawford does. That's how he pitches. You know.
No. Well, that's annoying.
Imagine having Giolito and then Cutter Crawford comes in right after him.
He's like,
He pushes it.
And then you get like Andrew Poutini coming out, and then you're like, yeah, you're like,
wait, is he coming out righty or lefty?
Yes.
He comes out, these guys are throwing 90-something miles an hour. He comes out, he's throwing righty at 70 with slop.
Yep. Then he throws him to the left. He's going to get 112. And they're like, oh, God.
I like how it just keeps going up every time he throws lefty.
He doesn't know it's a 2-seamer, 4-seamer split. He has no fucking clue. He just grips it and rips it. That's fucking
they don't even call it a 2-seamer or a 4-seamer. They call it a Poutini. It's almost like the Houdini, but it's a Poutini.
Yeah.
It just disappears.
They're like, what was he? He's like, a blur. Yeah, like
Connor Wong, why didn't you catch it? I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Oh, and the umpire's getting the bubble. They're like, oh, I use the bubble.
Reese McGuire, why can't you throw the ball back to him? My hand is sticky.
Yeah, there's like, I got you. That ball's hot when it comes in. I have to have a substance that cuts down on the heat. They're like, that's fucking gross, dude. It's fucking gross. Well, I feel like we're coming full circle now on Andrew Poutini, right? And
I'm good with Andrew Poutini. I can't wait. I can't wait for him to make his debut as the Boston Red Sox in 2024.
Great episode name of our first, the Brad and Brady experience presented by
Andrew Poutini.
Yeah, introducing, I should say, Andrew Poutini.
Oh, this is live on our YouTube page, buddy.
Oh, listen. So, listen. Right now, it's trending. Andrew Poutini. Yep.
Let me hold on a second. Let me go over here real quick. How do we spell an Andrew Poutini?
I don't know how to spell Poutini. I know how to spell Andrew.
Are we spelling it Poutine?
Okay. Poutine. Oh, it's Poutine. But we should probably add an I at the end instead of the E. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Episode 1 of the Brad Experience. Andrew Poutini.
That's it. Yep. The goal is going to be I'll work every time. I'll just randomly
episode that we come out, we have to come out with like a new fucking weird ass name for a player or whatever.
Like the guy from Down Under, like Luke. You know, I don't know. Many inappropriate things were free flowing there. Let me not, especially with live. Then I will digress. I will. The Andrew Poutini experience.
Generator. Okay, Australian name and generator, mail and generate names.
Luke, hold my beer.
We could go Patterson, Marsh, Lloyd, Elliott, Harvey, Watt, Riley, Shaw.
Wait, hold on. You had it right now. And Patterson, Marsh, Lloyd. You know what I mean?
So we just give him first, middle, and last.
Yeah.
Or is that like his first name?
No, it's his full name. No, that's his first, middle, last. Patterson, Marsh, Lloyd. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to get in the box with that fucker. Although he might. He's a pitcher too. He's a pitcher.
I'm sending this to you because now we have to remember it.
Oh please, you got to text it. Keep it in. Patterson. He sounds like he's the third too. Yeah. Patterson, March, Lloyd.
So Patterson Marsh Lloyd is a third star. Is a number 3.
No, meaning he's not a junior. He's a third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The third. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought we were
the
talking
third.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what he is yet. I have to look into his bio.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with Patterson Marsh Lloyd's the third.
Third, yes. Now
Yeah.
you got it. Yep, that checks out.
How does that work? Like, if you're the third and then like senior dies, do you become the second
No,
or the junior?
nope. Nobody moves up. What you are, what you are. You are what you are.
I don't
Actually,
know how that works.
my daughter is dating a guy right now. Okay, he is a 5th.
That's terrible.
I know. It's a 5th. 5. So
He's
yeah,
a
nobody
fifth?
moves up. He's a 5th.
A fifth of vodka.
Yeah, more like a Sith.
Yeah, making a Star Wars fucking reference here. What are we doing?
I do what I can.
Patterson Marsh Lloyd, or do we want Shaw Riley Watt?
It works too. Like,
or Davidson Lewis Shaw?
Christ, they're all good.
Lloyd Elliott Harvey.
Honestly, every one of them, I'm like, yeah, the Red Sox got in the 8th round.
I've got one. Lloyd Elliott Watt. That way his name is Lou, or his initials are Lou.
Who? Was it Pablo Sandoval?
Oh my God! I was telling somebody at work today about him. I was like, "Did you see that he hit a 6-run home run?"
A 6-run home run?
Yeah. So they have a gold ball. It's like the money ball, and it's equal to 6 runs. Or no, it's equal to 4 runs. So there was 2 people on. He hit a home run, and it's the first ever 6-run home run.
Fuck that piece of shit.
Yep. Pablo Oscar Sandoval. Piece of shit.
Here's a weird question.
Oh, gosh.
Why does Carl Crawford not get the heat that Pablo Oscar Sandoval gets? Because Carl Crawford's sucked with the Red Sox, too. He was really bad.
Was Crawford the big piece, though?
Oh, my God. Carl Crawford, he signed.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. When they signed him, it was one of the richest deals ever. He was coming off here. Let me tell you, Carl Crawford, I didn't realize he played a full season with the Red Sox. All right. The season
That's it? He only played 1?
And then a little bit into a second season. That's it.
What was it, 2008?
No, 2011 he was with the Red Sox.
Okay.
But Carl Crawford was an all-star in 2007, 9, and 10. All right. In 2008, he probably would have been, but he got hurt. In 2010, the year before the Red Sox signed Carl Crawford, he hit 307, 19 homers, 90 runs knocked in with 47 stolen bases. Those are fucking video game numbers. Okay. Then he comes to the Red Sox. His average goes from 307 to 255. His homers go from 19 to 11. His ribbies go from 90 to 56.
But he played with Tampa, right?
Yeah, and his stolen bases go from 47 to 18. He fell off a fucking map.
And what happened when he went to the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, and with the Dodgers, he had 1 year that you would say it was like pretty. He hit 300 1 year. Never picked up the speed ever again. Like once he cashed in, like dude, he stole 59, 58 bases, 55 bases. Like this guy stole bases. And the most he ever had.
But when he was playing with Tampa, he had no pressure.
If you can steal a base, you can fucking steal a base, though.
Yeah, but I'm not even just saying that. Like everything else, like he started sucking because he knew he was getting pressure. I mean, he was only here for what, a year and change?
Didn't Tampa go to the World Series in 2000? Was it 8 or 10 against the Phillies? I think it's 2010. I know they went to the Phillies. Yankees won in 2009, but like they were still. Carl Crawford is part of that team. Tampa went. Dude, he led the league in triples 4 times.
Oh, he did. They did in 2008. But even still, even if they did, it's still the fucking Rays, dude. They didn't win.
Yeah, but when you're still, I don't know. It's all, dude. He stole 59 fucking bases.
Fair enough.
Okay, with the Red Sox, in a year and a third, he stole 23.
Whatever.
I'm just saying Pablo Oscar Sandoval, who sucked. Don't get me wrong, he sucked.
Are you looking everything up on your phone?
I don't have this shit memorized.
I thought you were looking at your computer.
I don't like to tap when I'm recording. No, I don't like to do that. I'm a gentleman. You know that.
And a scholar.
No, I wouldn't know that. And the Andrew Poutini Experience, presented by Carl Crawford. He got fat. That's the thing. When he got the Red Sox, he chunked up because he got all that money. And it was like he had a good offseason.
Yeah, he got a nice chunky offseason.
That was the beginning. So they got Carl Crawford and Adrian Gonzalez within 24 hours. I remember being like, what the fuck? Like what are the Red Sox doing? They're getting like the best outfielder available and the best first baseman available. It was like, fuck it, we don't care. They were like having like, that was like the unbelievable offseason. And then their team didn't make the playoffs. So that's why when the Yankee fans go crazy with Soto and if they get Yamamoto, you got to win baseball games. It's not so easy.
It's true.
It's just because you put the stars. This is not basketball. You put 3 stars on a basketball court, they're going to win like 65 games. Like that's going to happen.
I don't know. Look at what happened with Durant. What's his name? Irving.
You know what I'm saying? But like generally speaking, you put 3 stars on a basketball team, they're going to compete. Baseball, like it's like the Dodgers lineup. It's Freeman, Ohtani, and Betts. After that, they kind of suck. Their lineup.
You're not wrong.
Right. Like I got to see this work because like super teams don't usually do too well. Just ask the 2011 Red Sox.
Yeah, and they're going to be on the same team for fucking like none of them have opt-outs, right?
I don't think so.
I know Ohtani doesn't. I don't think Mookie does. I don't know about Freeman.
I don't think they want him. I don't think they want to go anywhere. They're happy. Unlike the Red Sox, where everyone's like, we better get fucking because this shit might go sideways. It's true.
Yeah, dude. So here's the contract for fucking what's his name? Freddie Freeman. He gets $4 million a year from 2028 to 2035. Then he gets $5 million a year for 2036 to 2040. And let me say maybe each year, deferrals drop initial contract value to 6 years, 148. It doesn't say that there's an opt out or
I don't think so.
Full no trade clause. Yeah, Freeman does not have a full no trade clause. And he's on the team until 2027.
Oh, that's not as long as I thought it would be.
He'll be 37. All right, so his contract's until 2040. Shohei gets paid until 2043. And his installments get paid annually on July 1st. So that is as of 20. Oh, fun fact: 2033 is the last year of Bobby Bonilla's contract. So in 2034 starts the Shohei contract.
And somewhere in there is Chris Sale's deferred money too.
Fuck off. Stop. Why do you hate me? Why would you talk about that? Mookie Betts. I believe he has a full no trade clause. He does not have a full no trade clause.
He's happy. You wouldn't trade a happy Mookie. Boy, I'd love him to come back to Boston at the end. Wouldn't that be great?
I mean,
or now.
38. Yeah, dude. Imagine they traded him right now at $25 million a year.
I'll take him.
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to the 30. I don't know. Put him at second base. $30 million second baseman.
I'll let him play where the fuck he wants. He's Mookie Betts. I miss him every day.
He could be our fucking DH for all I care.
If that's what Mookie wants, that's what Mookie gets.
Whoa. So he gets $10 million deferred.
The Dodgers are going crazy with deferred. Their team's gonna suck. 2038. They're gonna blow.
So he gets an installment July 1st from 2033 to 2044.
Crazy.
That's nuts. Wow. Shohei pitches until he's 38, and then he goes back to Japan. He's
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
send me my fucking money, assholes. Oh, dude, look at this. So the base salary is $70 million. The luxury tax salary is $46.81 million.
Oh, that's the luxury tax?
That's what it says here.
But I thought it was
the
only
adjusted salary is $2 million. I don't think that's towards.
I thought the $2 million is the one that counts, and that they're already saying that's where the owners are going to fucking lose their shit because the Dodgers are banking on by the time that they start paying the deferred payments, the luxury tax will be way higher, and they'll just keep doing this and just keep pushing it further and further in the future, so it doesn't really hurt. So, hey, Brad, Khan's giving me the look. I gotta help him study. So Khan's giving me text, but Andrew Poutini. The experience. I can't wait.
How much we giving him?
Andrew Poutini? 5 years. I'll give him Yoshida's 5 years, 18 million. Give him 90. Cool 90.
All right. Cool.
That checks out.
All right. That checks out. That's end of episode 1 of the Brad and Brady experience.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right.
Later.